Shortly before Gypsy Rose Blanchard was born, her parents, Rod and Claudine D.D. Blanchard, divorced. After being released from jail, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is spending family time, which includes getting back in touch with her father, Rod Blanchard. On July 27, 1991, Gypsy was born to Rod and Claudine D.D. Blanchard. When D.D. discovered she was pregnant, the pair, who had met when Rod was in high school, got married. According to BuzzFeed News, they eventually split up just before Gypsy was born. In Gypsy's early years, Rod remained close to her even after his divorce from D.D. But as Gypsy grew older, the two grew distant since D.D. took charge of many parts of Gypsy's life and forced her to endure years of harsh medical procedures that she didn't require. Gypsy was a victim of munchhausen-by-proxy, a type of abuse where a guardian may inflate their child's sickness in order to get pity or attention. In the wake of D.D.'s murder in June 2015, for which Gypsy entered a guilty plea and was sentenced to 8 years in prison, Rod has reconciled with his daughter and attended her homecoming celebration upon her release in December 2023. Here is all the information you need to know about Gypsy's father and their relationship. I'm Ready. Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released early from a 10-year prison sentence following the murder of her mother. Only available. In high school, he met the mother of Gypsy Rose. According to BuzzFeed News, Rod and D.D. dated for 4 to 6 months after initially meeting in high school. At the time, D.D. was 24 and he was 17. They decided to get married as soon as D.D. learned she was expecting Gypsy, but their marriage didn't last long. At the age of 18, he separated from Gypsy's mother. In an interview with BuzzFeed News, Rod remembered how, by the time he turned 18, his marriage to D.D. had rapidly soured. He told the publication, "I realized I wasn't where I was supposed to be when I woke up on my birthday, my 18th birthday. Really, I wasn't in love with her. I was aware that my marriage was not the right one." On July 27, 1991, Gypsy was born, not long after they parted ways. He's spoken openly about Gypsy Rose and her mother's complex connection. Rod was mostly unaware of D.D.'s mistreatment of Gypsy, because D.D. had primary custody of Gypsy. In an interview with BuzzFeed News, Rod described how D.D.'s beliefs on Gypsy's diseases grew stronger over time when she became certain that the child had sleep apnea when Gypsy was 3 months old. After mom and daughter moved away and D.D. started lying about Gypsy's actual age, Rod kept in close contact with her until she was around 10 years old. When Rod contacted Gypsy on her 18th birthday, intending to make dad jokes about his daughter growing up, D.D. cut him off, reminding him that Gypsy thinks she's 14. D.D.'s problem, in my opinion, was that she created a web of lies from which there was no way out. Rod told BuzzFeed News. She became so entangled in it that it felt like a tornado had begun, and once she was in, there was no way out. She lived by the principle that one lie had to cover another lie, and that had to cover yet another lie. Gypsy told People, just before she was released from prison in December, that she never told Rod what was truly going on with her because her mother distanced her from her father. My mother had built that distance there, and she would say so many negative things about him behind his back. So I just didn't think he would care, she added. I thought that he was not a reliable source because he was simply telling me unsettling stories, and I didn't even have his phone number because I didn't know his address. So I didn't think about that. I decided not to contact him because I didn't see why he would be interested. While incarcerated, he maintained communication with Gypsy Rose. Gypsy and her ex-boyfriend Nicholas Goujon plotted D.D.'s murder in June 2015. Goujon was found guilty of first-degree murder, while Gypsy subsequently entered a guilty plea to second-degree murder. After D.D. passed away, Rod started to discover the truth regarding Gypsy's role as a Munchausen-by-proxy victim. Rod told People in 2017 that we are still learning of new things and amazed at some of the things that went on. Rod discussed Gypsy's crime openly in the Mommy Dead and Dearest HBO documentary, but he also acknowledged that he could understand why she did it. Yeah, it's incorrect, and Gypsy had other options. She tried some of those, but they didn't work out, Rod remarked. She, Gypsy's mother, asked for what she got, as horrible as that sounds. Rod reestablished contact with her daughter while Gypsy was incarcerated, and the two gradually mended their connection. In 2017, Rod told POPL, "This is where she will always call home. We will place her on the